And blue over here, this is DeathMasta, like a gangsta. So but yeah, 13 got a DT back here, and he ends up killing a lot of probes, and then even takes down his Nexus. Meanwhile, again, like I mentioned, they cannot see that I have my hatchery going up here, and you see his Zealots are going back into the lower left again. They can't see me, so they know that I built a hatchery, and they just assume that since my tech is still down here, that I built down here. And then in the meantime, blue is also trying to push on teal on 13 because he knows that he has DT tech. He does manage to get some more DTs out, and I don't believe that he has... Yeah, he doesn't have enough energy to scan because he scanned red's base just a little bit earlier when those DTs were in the back of his mineral line. And he's able to... I mean, he loses a couple buildings, a pylon, a gateway here, but, you know, it's not really that big of a deal because his DTs clean that stuff up pretty easily. Now, you can see my... my tech tree is pretty much non-existent now because he just ran through all of it. I of course knew he was going to do that. Before he killed my spawning pool, I went ahead and threw down a roach warren because since he's going so heavy Zealots, I want to make sure that I can build roaches, not zerglings. So I've already got one roach left over from when they attacked initially. And once I get a few more drones and gas and such here, I just start cranking out roaches to handle the rest of these Zealots, because at this point red doesn't have a Nexus anywhere. So the army that they got, although, you know, it's a solid 14 Zealots, is, you know, not a big deal if he doesn't have a Nexus, because once we kill that, the game's over. And he doesn't have protection. He's reliant upon blue's scans in order to kill these DTs. So he's running back to 13's base, basically just getting dominated by these DTs because he has no way of seeing them. So I don't know exactly what he's trying to do at this point. I mean, I guess he lost his base, so more or less he's out of the game. But he probably would have been better suited either trying to defend his base or what he has left, or trying to help defend blue's base later on in the game. At this point, I'm getting back on my feet. So I've got a handful of roaches now, and of course spamming the extra larva over at the hatchery here so that I can get more larvae to build more units. Ooh, and blue again running into the DTs. These DTs were absolutely a lifesaver for us. If we wouldn't have had these DTs, then me getting knocked out in my main base would have been the end of the game right there, because he wouldn't have been able to handle red's army, and then red would have just walked through him after he walked through me, especially with blue's help. So but anyways, it looks like red finally got their Nexus down. He's expanding in blue's natural, which unfortunately for him is the next place that 13's DTs go. So that ends really quick, and I believe that that's his last probe. Oh, no, he does have one more, I'm sorry. Although there is still a DT back in his main base, so that's not really a viable option for building. So basically, red is out of the game at this point. And he's got... Wow, I just looked at 13's minerals. He's got too much money. He should be building some carriers or something, or Colossus. By the way, Colossus are insanely badass if you have like 10 of them, which, yeah, you don't see games that progress to that anymore, but Twilight Fortress, if you've watched Husky Starcraft's VOD, he uploaded one VOD on that level just to show people why there's never VODs posted on that level, because it always turns into either a tech fest or there's some insanely like crazy goofy cheese like rush strategy that wins the game. So I'm finally moving out of the map again now that I've got a bunch of roaches. So you know, taking out red's Nexus there again that he tried to put up. Red still has enough money to put up another Nexus if he can, but he doesn't have any more probes at this point. We just killed his last probe, and blue is by himself. So yeah, that's pretty much the game. They're gonna GG here in a few minutes. I apologize for well, first of all, my stuttering. It's actually really late at night, and I stayed up pretty late to play this game, and then of course to record these shoutcasts for you guys. So thank you for listening, but also I apologize for the stuttering on some of the video parts. I'm still waiting on that new hardware to get in here. I think I'll be getting it this weekend. If not this weekend, then hopefully early next week. So hopefully the VODs going forward will be a little bit better quality, as far as they'll be smoother, and hopefully I'll be able to crank up the resolution to get you a little bit better high def quality on there. So yeah, I'll go ahead and leave the rest of this game on here. I mean, there's not a whole lot left to say at this point about the game particularly, because we pretty much just walked through blue at this point, because he's more or less given up. He's one basing at this point because we killed his expansion. out at the high yield, and red tried to take his expansion over here initially. So the only other expansion option for him really close was the cliff here, which he was not prepared to go to. So yeah, but anyways, Protoss and Zerg is what me and 13 have been playing our arranged team matches as, and I must say that I really like the dynamic of the Protoss and Zerg teams, just because it seems like their technology complements each other very well. A specific example would be these roaches along with the DTs, because roaches are obviously very good against early infantry, such as these Marines and even Marauders to an extent, depending on how many Marauders they have. And then also they're very good against Stalkers and Zealots. So if you have those in the mix with DTs to do some, you know, recon damage, whether they're fighting up front with you, or one thing that we've done also, which I'll try to get a bot of this, is if you attack the front door with some roaches and you can sneak some DTs back, the DTs can do a serious amount of damage on the mineral line, which we've done that a couple times too, and like I said, I'll try to get a video up of that soon. But you can do, if you've got mass roaches along with DTs or void rays or something along like that, you can do some serious like rope-a-dope tactics where you draw attention to one part of the map and then, you know, attack from another part of the map with, you know, recon units that have cloak and stuff like that. So anyways, I'm just blabbering on right now about nothing because I am so tired I don't know which way's up. Anyways, thanks for watching. I am ACHAIA Achaia. My channel on YouTube is SC Battlegrounds just SC Battlegrounds. So www.youtube.com/SC Battlegrounds, which you know if you're on here, but tell your friends about it. And if you guys, of course, I keep mentioning this, if you guys have any specific matchup strategies or anything along those lines that you want me to do commentary on, I would be happy to do that. Also, if there's any replays, like high quality replays by people who were pro gamers in Warcraft 3 or StarCraft that are playing that you would like to see commentary on from me, please let me know. I will be happy to do that. I'm trying to get as much content out to you guys as possible because I know not everybody is fortunate enough to be in the beta, and for those that aren't, I want to give you as much to watch and absorb as you can. So thank you very much for watching again. GG.